So, you're thinking about taking your business global? That's a huge opportunity, right? And right now, one of the most exciting talent pools is emerging in Egypt. Today, we're going to dive into how you can tap into it. And trust me, the talent is definitely there. But, and this is a big but from most international companies, there's a major catch that can stop you dead in your tracks. Yeah, that catch? It's all about complexity. I mean, expanding into a new country means you're suddenly facing a whole new world of rules, regulations, and legal stuff that can feel, well, totally overwhelming. Okay, so let's actually step into what I'm calling the compliance maze. We're going to break down the specific legal hurdles that make hiring directly in Egypt feel like such a huge, daunting task for so many businesses. Look, this is so much more than just finding a great candidate and sending them an offer letter. We're talking about a massive administrative and legal burden. First, you've got to set up a whole legal entity there. Then you have to figure out local taxes. And for every single person you hire, you're managing payrolls, social security, work permits, mandatory benefits. And that's all before you even get to their super regulated termination laws. You know, let's just take social security as an example. It sounds pretty standard, right? But in Egypt, it's this mandatory system with really specific rules for contributions for both you and the employee. It covers everything from pensions to health. Get this tiny detail wrong, and boom, you're out of compliance on day one. And speaking of risks, termination is another big one. This isn't just a simple HR process. It is highly regulated. Employers have to provide a legally justifiable reason and stick to strict notice periods. A misstep here isn't just a little mistake. It can expose your business to some serious legal and financial trouble. So, all of this brings us to the million-dollar question, right? How in the world do you get access to all that incredible Egyptian talent without getting bogged down for months or even years in the cost and complexity of setting up a whole local company? Well, fortunately, there's a really elegant solution that just cuts right through all of this complexity. It's called an employer of record, or EOR for short. And honestly, this is the key that can truly unlock the market for you. So, what is an EOR? Think of it like a partner organization that acts as the legal employer for your staff in another country. Basically, they handle all the tricky stuff, the compliance, the payroll, taxes, HR, so you can get back to focusing on what you do best, finding amazing people and growing your business. Okay, but handling everything can sound a little vague, right? So what does that actually mean? Let's break down exactly what an employer of record takes off your plate. We're going to make this abstract idea very, very real. Suddenly, the whole process becomes incredibly simple. Your EOR partner drafts up a locally compliant contract, they handle all the official employee registrations, they set up tax and social security contributions perfectly, and they enroll your new hire in all the mandatory benefits. The entire onboarding, from start to finish, is just managed for you. I mean, when you put it side by side, the difference is just stark. On one side, you've got the DIY path, setting up a company, hiring local legal experts, and slowly trying to find your way through that maze of regulations. And on the other side, the EOR path. No local entity needed, one single partner, compliance is guaranteed, and you get a fast, cost-effective way into the market. The choice is, well, it's pretty clear, isn't it? All right, so let's wrap this up by looking at the real payoff for your business. When you boil it all down, it really comes to three key things: speed, compliance, and focus. Look, ultimately, this is about completely transforming your global expansion strategy. You get the freedom to hire the best person for the job in Egypt without the huge cost and risk of setting up your own company there. With compliance 100% guaranteed, you save a ton of time and money, and, this is the most important part, you get to keep your focus on your actual business goals, not on a mountain of admin headaches. So, just how fast are we talking? Well, the entire onboarding process, from the contract all the way to being fully compliant, can be done in just a few days. Now compare that to the months, or maybe even a year, it could take to set up your own legal entity. It's a game changer. So here's a final thought for you. In a world where borders aren't a barrier for finding incredible talent, should they really be a barrier for your business? The tools are out there to help you build a truly global team, and now you know exactly how to use them.